check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Seminoles ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll try the right side. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They go right back to it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Williams, pressure coming, and down he goes.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Daniels. They're working that left side. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Weinke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy
he's going to let it go. Leaping grab for a big gain. Touchdown, Seminoles! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Husky's offense out there and ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Shakes off the defender. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Williams. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snags it and he's open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. Rolled his way into the end zone. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Florida State 14, Washington 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Williams to throw. Under fire. Got a first down. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The sure hands, it's Moss.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Throwing, Williams. Snags it over the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to Washington. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. Touchdown, Huskies. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Right on the money. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes the grab. It's Wiles. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football that last time. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Across the 25. Maybe some room here. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Setting up for the extra point and the top. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
They'll run it from the gun. Fights off the defender. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Husky.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game.
Got a little room. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a crease to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
It's complete on the right side. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, we're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Williams fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
Got his man on the right. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just plowing ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down from the gun. Williams unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Williams will pass. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. It's Moss. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Washington wants to go quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's Williams to throw. Here's the pressure. He gets away. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Bring in the heat. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Fires into the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Fires left. With the catch, it's Robinson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house, make big plays.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
The ball pops out on the return. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Noles.
Man, that is a crazy sequence of events, right? There you are, you're the punt returner, and you're thinking, our defense just got a 3 and out. We started this game as well as we can. The last thing you can do is put the football on the ground, and kudos to the punt team getting down the field, recovering it, and taking it in for a touchdown.
I'm about to say, great job being alert, man. That ball gets hit. Once it gets hit, it's live. Now I scoop it up, get some blocking out in front. They take it back to the house. That is the way you start the football game. Your offense didn't do the job, but special teams comes through right away.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Davey, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And here comes the offense on second down. Right back to him on the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Play fake, Williams. On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a deep grab. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller, you're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Williams from the gun on third down. Lets it fly. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Back open in the middle. And he's still running after the move. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. big play. They're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to Washington again. Picks up the first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's too bad because this guy's had an incredible day statistically. Already over 100 yards rushing, but look at the scoreboard and you'd never know it. Their defense has not been able to do their part, and you just wonder if it's going to be enough handing off to this guy to get back in the game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to... What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. It's Williams again. He'll take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again on that last deep shot.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Oh, they're after him. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Williams to throw for it on fourth. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Got his man on the outside. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Chains now on 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air, it's Daniels. Grab near the marker, it's Riles. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Maybe a crease.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you...
He's going to throw deep right side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Oftentimes, as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, and they're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way, and that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Throwing, Williams. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that 1st down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a heat. Oh, he's got some space. And he makes it past the 1st down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Williams. Pocket breaking down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires to the right. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Makes the catch. It's Moss. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. So now it's second and long. He'll run it again. Might have a chance. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point is good.
Florida State 52, Washington 24.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. The lone back's got it.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he's dragged down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Williams rushes on him. Finds some time. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's got it again. There's a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Hey, he's had a great day all day today, and not a surprise why they've continued to feature him, and you've seen him make big plays. And down the stretch, we expect more of the same, don't we, guys? Like, up with the lead, ground game keeps that clock moving. You don't want to stop that thing. That clock is your friend. This defense better find some answers quick.